Entering the crowded premium SUV market is tough for any manufacturer, let alone a fledgling brand such as DS Automobiles. So the DS7 Crossback here has an awful lot to live up to. Let's see if this French offering can cut the moutarde. Well, there's no denying its upmarket credentials. DS have given the inside and outside some serious thought when it comes to how it looks and feels. Outside, the lines are clean and bold. The front is adorned with this large hexagonal grille with chrome trim bleeding into what DS term magic 3D LED headlights, comprising of 3 rotating modules allowing the light to adjust to whatever your surroundings and conditions, and it works well. And at the rear, you'll find distinctive crystal effect 3D style LED lighting too. And so once inside, this is where it gets interesting. You have this lovely central console screen that sort of cascades down from the dashboard. There's a lot of soft leathers around here, which has this nice diamond stitching on, which is carried across to the seats. You have an 8-speed gearbox here, which works really well. It's a very nice little gearbox. If you want to try driving in the manual mode, just press this button and you then have the flappy paddles that you can use here, which is quite good fun, especially if you put it in sport mode. It has 3 other modes: comfort, normal and eco driving. I would suggest for the purposes of towing caravans, you just keep it in the comfort mode. There's also a lot of storage. You've got a very, very deep pocket here. You can see my arm nearly disappears into it. And there's another fairly deep cubby hole here. There's also USB charging in there, and actually your heated seats controls are in there too. The trim level on this is the Prestige, so that means you get as standard massaging driver's seat, which after a long drive home you could do with. Moving on to the back, you can see I have ample leg room here and masses of headroom too, so even your tallest of passengers are going to be happy. There's very little intrusion from the transmission tunnel also, so whoever gets to sit in the third seat is not going to be having their knees around their necks. There's 2 charging points here for all your devices, and there's a pull-down central armrest, which is fairly high, but it does have 2 cup holders in there too. Now also the backrests on the rear seats are adjustable, so you can just electrically push yourself back to give yourself even more room and a bit more luxury while being driven around. The boot offers a split level feature and has 618 litres of capacity with the seats in place, which rises to 1752 cubic litres with the seats folded. The DS7 Crossback comes with a host of technical wizardry, including DS Active Scan suspension. This is a camera connected electronically to the front and rear axles and analyses the road ahead, adjusting automatically to smooth out any imperfections in the road surfaces. We're driving the peppy 1.6 PureTech engine, which gives 222 brake horsepower. It's a relatively quiet engine and it's fairly refined to drive. It's a relaxed motorway cruiser, but the lane departure warning is a little abrupt and it gets unsettled at speed. So, how does the DS7 Crossback fare as a tow car? Well, it's not that great, to be honest. Within minutes of pulling away, you can feel the van tugging, and even toggling between the various driving modes didn't alleviate the sensation. And it doesn't get much better once you've picked up speed either. The Caravan pitches and sways, and it generally feels very unpleasant. Although as a solo car, the 1.6 PureTech engine feels quite nippy. When hitched, it lacks any sparkle and feels underpowered and sluggish. The DS7 Crossback. Does it actually cut the mustard? Well, there's no denying there are better SUVs on the market. But if you want something a little bit different, a little bit quirky, and not your run-of-the-mill German offerings, perhaps you should take a look.